I'm going to give to you common sense facts about Israel today. And I'm talking political Israel. I'm talking 1948 to present day Israel. Are these people the people of the book? Are these the chosen people of the Most High? The thing is, my brothers and sisters, listen, there's a lot of deception going on in Christianity, where many people are all about, well, hey, God said if we bless Israel, then we will be blessed, and if we curse Israel, then we will be cursed. I want to be on the blessing side. Of course, everybody wants to be on the blessing side. No one wants to be on the curse side. No one does. Everybody wants to be blessed. Absolutely. Does that mean that you should bless political state Israel, present day Israel today? Are these the people of the book? That's the question. And you know what? I'm going to make it very simple. I'm going to point it for you to be able to see what they have to say, what they are showing to you, and what they chose as their symbol. And you tell me if that's a blessing or if that's a curse, if what you're supporting is a curse or a blessing. Remember the following. I'll tell you this. Present day political state Israel is not the same thing as biblical ancient Israel. The Hebrews are not the people like the people today in that land who are ruling. People like Bibi Netanyahu, whose real name is not Netanyahu, by the way. His real name is Melkowski. Alright? His real name is, I believe it's Ben Zion or Ben Zion Melkowski. That's his real name, not Netanyahu. So here's the thing. Why are many Christians being deceived? It's a political deception and a religious deception. Because this is, remember what the Bible says. The Bible says that there will be those who impersonate the chosen people of God. They will say that they are Jews, but they are not. But they are of the synagogue of Satan. So my question to you is Satan blessed or is Satan cursed? Well, Satan is cursed. If Satan is cursed, what is another word for curse? Well, another word for curse is a hex. You probably have heard me use the word hex to describe a curse, because the word hex means curse. So you go to look at the world of the occult. If you go to witchcraft, you will find that when people are putting a hex upon someone, they're putting a curse upon someone, they will draw a hexagram. And a hexagram is a 6-pointed star. That's a hexagram. And it means a curse. A pentagram is a 5-pointed star. That is used for, that's a different ritual. But I want to focus upon the hexagram. Hexagram means curse. What is the symbol of the flag of Israel today? Their symbol is a hex. It is a hexagram. This Star of David, it's not David of the Bible. The star that they have on their flag is a hexagram. 6-pointed star. It's a hex. It's a curse. This is what you're blessing. This is what you're blessing. The nation by which its symbol is a curse. Remember what the Bible says. The Bible says your house is left unto you desolate. When Yeshua said your house is left unto you desolate, he was prophesying of the ruins that will come upon Jerusalem, upon Israel, and that they would be scattered abroad amongst the nations. Israel will not rule again until its rightful king comes to establish his dominion and his kingdom upon the earth. The rightful king of Israel is Yeshua. Israel will never rule again over the kingdoms of the world until Yeshua comes. So what you see ruling in that land today, the land of Israel, this is not biblical Israel. You gotta understand, this is not biblical Israel. The people who are ruling in that land today, these are Khazarians. These are descendants of Khazaria. This is the nation that famously converted to Judaism. And it was a political and a huge religious move that was made, so that down the road, they can be able to even use that to their advantage. This was the ruling class, by the way, that all converted into Judaism. They are Jews by conversion, not by blood. The symbol of the Israeli flag, if you look at the flag, you'll find that the symbol of it is actually the symbol of the occult. And it's right in front of you. The four elements, earth, wind, fire, and water, all these elements, their symbols can be found all together within the symbol of the Israeli flag, the hexagram. What we're dealing with here is alchemy, magics of days of old. Furthermore, the hexagram also is a symbol of hedonism and hypersexual activity. Furthermore, it is a six-pointed star with 6 triangles and also with a 6-sided hexagon. The truth is, friends, I'm just going to make it plain. This 6-pointed star, or the hexagram that we are seeing, is actually the star of Remphan according to the Bible. This is a symbol of the child sacrificing deity known as Molech. They sacrifice children to this deity and they worship this deity. Spiritual common sense should tell you that you are to bless that which is blessed. That flag right there, even the birds despise it. Birds are ripping that flag apart. Cats are tearing down those flags. Animals do not like this flag that has the hexagram upon it. If animals themselves are against it, it seems to me that those animals have way more spiritual discernment than so-called Christians. In addition to this, I also want you to think about the following. A pillar of fire is a sign of God's indignation and judgment. You would think if these people were doing that which is pleasing in the eyes of God, there would be no pillar of fire that God would send upon them. But here you're seeing a video of a footage of what took place recently in Israel. A fire tornado or a pillar of fire appeared there and it was burning the buildings. Look at this pillar of fire that you're seeing. Now you tell me, if God sends a pillar of fire in your land, is that a blessing or is it the opposite of blessing? Use your own discernment and your own judgment. Dogs are even the ones that are defending the people in Gaza who are being attacked. Dogs have been preventing the IDF from being able to go full out and doing what they wanted to do. Stray dogs. Nature has a voice. Furthermore, an Egyptian sphinx crossed the border to go into Israel and starts to attack Israeli soldiers and injure them. It's almost as if the animals are given a command and they have been given an order. And this Egyptian sphinx was sent on a mission. Go across the border and your mission is to attack, bite, and injure Israeli soldiers. Make a statement and make it count. Bam! The Egyptian sphinx crosses the border and accomplishes its mission. The animals despise the synagogue of Satan. I'm gonna call it for what it is. This is the synagogue of Satan that is ruling today. And no, I am not one who is claiming support for any Islam. I don't support Islam or Muslim. I support life. And if you're going to starve people and treat them as animals, and if you're going to do evil and expect to get away with it, heaven is recording a witness against you. Sometimes you need to just look past mainstream media, look beyond the propaganda, and look at what's actually going on. And you'll know, because these are the people who are pulling the strings behind the White House. They own the banking system, they own the media, they're the ones who own the pornography industry, and the list goes on. They are the ones who rule the world today. If that's Israel, Israel is not ruling the world today. You best understand, Israel will never rule the world until its rightful king comes to rule here on earth permanently. And its rightful king is Yeshua. So, if Israel is going to rule when Yeshua comes, that means then the question is, who's the one that's ruling today? Synagogue of Satan. The world is given over into the hands of the wicked. Remember that. The thing is, friends, I know that many Christians are not going to like me for this. I don't care. Look at the things that are being done by Netanyahu. Look at the things that are being done by the IDF. You examine for yourself and you tell me if that is actually biblical. If these are the biblical people of God. Furthermore, the greatest deception that Satan can pull upon people to allow him to get away with a lot of things is to say, well, hey, we are God's people. Use God's people's name. Hide yourself under that. Hide yourself, mask yourself under the disguise of God's people. Literally, this is like a sheep. I mean, this is a wolf in wolves in sheep clothing. Think about it, friends. Common sense. It's a hexagram. It's a hexagram. Their flag, their symbol is a curse. That's what their symbol is. Call it for what it is. Their symbol is a hexagram. It's a hexagram. It's a 6-pointed star. It's a hex. A hex is a curse. Common sense. It's a hex. I don't know how to make it plain to you.